we knew that Yamaha had a car that was capable of going fast in the woods. The first time we drove the 2017 YXZ1000R Sport Shift on the trails of the Big Buck Grand National Cross Country Racecourse in 2016. Along with its rock-solid cornering stability, the addition of electronic paddle shifters allows the driver to more easily harness the engine's top-end focused power, while keeping both hands on the steering wheel for improved control. While its top-end focused power and taller gear ratios are somewhat limiting factors for serious rock crawlers, the YXZ SS is a capable trail cruiser with the potential to beat your buddies and win national championships. Just ask factory Yamaha racer Cody Miller, the 2017 GNCC XC1 Pro UTV champion. Based in Tracy, California, Teixeira Tech aided in Cody's success his first year out in the YXZ. They outfitted his 2017 car with their extreme ground clearance front A-arms and are working with Cody to develop more products for the machine.
I'm Ed Teixeira, owner of Teixeira Tech, and sponsor of factory Yamaha pro racer Cody Miller, who won the 2017 GNCC championship last year.
Based on what he learned working with Cody's program and his own years of racing ATVs, Teixeira Tech owner Ed Teixeira built a Yamaha YXZ1000R SS, offering a higher level of handling, durability, and safety, with which to develop and test new chassis and suspension parts for the Yamaha.
Behind me we have a YXZ1000R SS that we built based on the knowledge that we acquired from working with Cody last year. We built this to get through the trees as fast as you can. It's got most of what you need for GNCC racing.
Teixeira Tech invited us to test their YXZ, so we met up with CT Racing Engines owner and off-road racer Knowles, who has previous YXZ experience. Testing took place at the Drinkwater Flats OHV area and El Mirage in the California high desert.
Hey, I'm Knowles out here for UTV On Demand. We're testing the YXZ1000. This car has been set up for GNCC. It's a little bit tough, you know, we're on the West Coast. It's a little bit different than the conditions back there, but we've done enough of both. We pretty much have a pretty good clue of what you're going to need.
Teixeira Tech builds all of their parts in-house in their manufacturing facility in Tracy, California, not China. Built for the rigors of off-road racing, their parts are constructed of high-quality, US-made 4130 chromoly. Many other companies are importing parts made of cheaper and lower quality materials.
Beginning with our parts, the first thing we did is we added our lower control arms to the front of the car. First of all, we wanted to attain ground clearance to clear anything that Cody's going through in the GNCC, and we wanted to make the car easier to steer. So we changed the caster on our arms. By doing this, you have a lighter feel on the steering wheel and you track better through the corners.
The lower front A-arm slightly decreased caster. This improves cornering traction and allows the YXZ to turn in more quickly. The arms are designed to work with stock length, OEM, or aftermarket shocks. New pivot bushings are included.
I've used the Teixeira stuff on almost all of my builds. What Teixeira did with this build, not only give it ground clearance, which is essential to cross country and the things that I do, but he also changed the caster a little bit, making it a little easier to steer, and that's important with the Yamaha, and makes the car, you know, steer and handle better. So again, there's another reason for the Teixeira stuff, along with the quality of his builds. We've tried other stuff that just wads up, made out of mild steel. His is all quality chromoly. Look at Teixeira stuff, can't go wrong there.
Out back, we have some lower control arms that are soon to be released to the public. When developing these arms, our main concern was to keep them strong and light and gain ground clearance. We ended up gaining 2 inches of ground clearance underneath the shock mount.
This car was lowered for racing, so the XGC Arms 2-inch increase in ground clearance is a big asset in rocks and deep ruts. This is one area of the car that typically takes a beating with a stock setup. Like the front arms, they're designed to work with stock length shocks. They'll come with all of the necessary mounting hardware and should be available very soon.
To meet racer demand, we've also developed sway bar links. Our sway bar links are made out of 6061 billet aluminum and utilize FK rod and Heim joints, which are also an American company. Our reducers are 17.4 stainless steel which is the best that you can buy. One of the biggest advantages with our sway bar links over our competitors is that we utilize the stock length rather than making it longer. Having a longer sway bar link can cause binding. Ours are also billet aluminum, which makes them lighter.
In the abusive GNCC climate, when you're beating the crap out of the car, the factory sway bar links have been broken. We've seen that before. So Teixeira makes a really tough sway bar link. You'll want to grab those if you're running into those kinds of conditions, because you don't want that issue. You can't go fast without a sway bar in these things. It just doesn't stick good. So look at the Teixeira sway bar links. Tough product.
To get the car center of gravity down and improve ride quality, we turned to Elka suspension for their Stage 5 shocks. The Stage 5 shocks are Elka's top-of-the-line race shock. They allow you to raise and lower the car, and they feature external high-speed, low-speed compression, and rebound adjustment.
Elka's Stage 5 shocks feature lightweight aluminum bodies. They're built for your intended use and are available for certain aftermarket or stock geometry control arms.
What Elka had to accomplish with this shock, which is a tough task, is they wanted the car to ride low so you can really stick it in the corners and have it handle well, and then have a plush ride and not push and stuff like that. So that's what they accomplished, and that's a tall order. They got that done. Car sits low, handles good, it's not too harsh. So props to Elka for handling all that with their Stage 5s. I'd get into some huckabucks with the stock shocks. That was eliminated with this. So the suspension with the Elka really smooths some stuff out. It's still a short car for the West Coast. You know, you want a little more wheelbase, but back east you needed it tight to huck around the corners. That's why this car is so popular back there, and for track racing.
While it wasn't installed on this car, if you plan on racing or just beating the heck out of your YXZ, you might want to consider one of Teixeira Tech's 22-piece frame gusset kits. It's said to strengthen the frame where necessary, while still allowing it to flex where needed. The kit is comprised of CNC water jet cut pieces and CNC milled 4130 chromoly tubing.
Teixeira built a cage for this thing. It's a purpose-built race cage. You see the intrusion bars. That's to keep big stuff from coming in, like somebody else's tire wheel coming in the cockpit and joining it. That would never be good. So if you're doing that kind of competition stuff, you got to have the intrusion bar in the front. Also makes the whole cage tougher if you end up in something really stupid landing on your lid at high speed. The roof is a clean, minimalist roof, and it has Zeus fasteners to hold it on, so it's really fast and easy to pop it off. And it's kind of what you need. You got to have a roof for racing, so get that with the cage.
While nothing was done to this car to increase power, a few changes were made to improve engine and drivetrain durability.
During GNCC racing, your motor can ingest a lot of dust. Your last line of defense is a good foam filter. We chose Uni for this build. We swapped out our OEM axles for Demon Power Sports heavy-duty axles. They're constructed of dual heat-treated 4130 chromoly, feature a dual plunge design, and TPEE boots for improved durability.
A larger diameter axle, increased CV joint size, wider articulation angles, and an increase in plunge are all said to add up to an increase in strength. Our 2 days worth of testing easily put them through a couple cross-country races worth of abuse, with no failures, issues, or play in the CV joints to report. It's a performance that many stock and some aftermarket axles would struggle to duplicate.
Your wheels take a beating. We did not want to skimp on quality, so we went to DWT for their Sector Zeros. These wheels are a beadlock design that feature billet centers for increased strength and reduced weight. The biggest benefit of a beadlock is it keeps your tire on the bead in the event of a flat and allows you to keep driving hard.
Built in the USA, DWT says that the Sector wheels were designed to be the toughest UTV wheel on the market, and they have quite a reputation for building tough wheels. DWT Sector and other aftermarket wheels typically add negative offset, widening the car. The Sector Zero wheels are designed to add zero offset, similar to the stock wheels. On the YXZ, the narrow 14x6-inch wheels used at all four corners actually narrowed the car by 1.5 inches when measured at the wheels.
What they're doing is important, especially for cross country. They're keeping this thing sucked up as narrow as possible, and that's also really what you want to do with any wheel. You want to keep if you want it wide, you widen it with the A-arms, not with offsetting the wheels. So this thing is really sucked up. It makes it easier on all the bearings, everything on it. It makes the car actually handle better. And then of course these are some tough beadlock, a billet center ring, so you can run hard on a flat and just keep on going.
Maxxis Bighorn 2.0s work well in many conditions and are lighter than many tires on the market.
Bighorn 2.0s feature a radial design with a 6-ply rating. They can be ran in either direction, so the tires can be rotated for longer tread life.
We went from 27 to 26, 9, 14 tires all the way around. This improves acceleration and cornering predictability.
On the Maxxis tires, it's a great East Coast tire, a great choice for GNCC racing. They have a tread pattern that allows you to get through the mud well, opened up a little bit, but still hooks up good in the hard stuff. I'm used to running big tires, the 30s and stuff like that on the West Coast. You really can't do that with the Yamaha. The issue with the Yamaha is gear ratio. You got to keep the thing geared down. Even with these small tires, it's still geared a little bit tall. Some people go to a gear reduction kit to go over that. But with this tire size, it handles good, sticks to corners, works well. It just doesn't have the big rollout you might want for some types of bumps. That's the trade-off you're going to get. You've got to have that gearing, make it pull up off the corners and widen with the power curve a little bit.
No matter what tire setup we use, we always run tire blocks. They're a run-flat system consisting of foam blocks. They allow you to run lighter tires, lower tire pressure for more traction, and they don't become unbalanced like other systems on the market.
Use tire blocks. You're not going to get a flat because it doesn't matter if you have a flat, you got a tire block in there, and that means you can run lower pressure and get the thing to bite a little bit harder. So that's all a big plus.
Inside the cockpit, we install Simpson's Pro Sport suspension seats. A premium quality seat not only improves comfort, it improves control over the car. These seats feature high bolstering on the bottom and back to keep you from sliding around. They feature cutouts for 4 or 5-point harnesses, and the seat base is removable for easy cleaning. They can also be ordered with different color stitching and vinyl to match the color of your car.
That was one of my complaints about the stock car. I was not very comfortable with the stock seats. I floated around a little too much. I wasn't wedged in. These Simpson seats, I was impressed. I've never run Simpson seats before. I fit into them well. They were a comfortable suspension seat.
One thing any YXZ owner needs when running aftermarket seats is the Simpson door latch pad. It'll keep you from busting up your elbows. To keep us securely in our seats, we installed the Crow Enterprises 3x3 4-point harnesses. They feature 4 individual components for easy seat removal and thick, plush shoulder pads.
Pull-down shoulder straps allow for easy adjustment, and thick padding on the shoulder straps provides excellent comfort when hammering through rough sections. Construction appears very good, in spite of this system being rated for recreational use. Of course, Crow offers race-legal harnesses as well.
Building a race car isn't just about going fast, it's about being seen for your sponsors. Mud Motorsports makes graphics that they'll customize with your sponsors' logos like they did for us.
Mud Motorsports has a wide range of graphics. If you like the looks, and if you don't, go to their website. They're going to have something else you're going to like. Give them a try. I like the graphics kits. This style of graphics kit compared to a wrap is much easier for somebody like me to put on. You can buy the graphics kit, go slide it on, align it a little bit, done. When you talk about a wrap, it's nasty to put on. In fact, you can't do it. You'll mess it up. Don't even go there. If you're having a wrap done, if that's what you want, wrap is super thin, hard to put on, pay the guys that build a wrap to wrap your car because it's a nightmare. Graphics, piece of cake, keeps your car looking good.
To top off the look of our car, Valley Custom Powder Coating applied a flawless powder coat finish to the cage, roof, and Teixeira components and matched them to the Yamaha colors to a T. If you're having a hard time finding a good, reliable powder coater, we highly recommend them. While it's not part of the car, Shoei sent me out this Hornet X2 helmet for the tuning phase of the project. This helmet features a removable interior lining for easy cleaning, multiple ventilation ports that are closable, and a tinted or clear flip-down shield.
We spent a couple days beating up the car in all kinds of conditions, had a blast doing it. It's a fun car to drive. That's important. Being fun to me means it handles good. I'm comfortable in the car. I can drive it hard, no issues, and that's what we had with this thing. When you're GNCC racing, it's a tough environment. Stuff's in the way, trees, other cars, and you got to deal with it. So you need to build a car that's extra tough. Survivability, finishing is key. Can't win a championship without surviving. That's why you want to go with Teixeira stuff. The car has to finish. Don't cheese out, don't save money, because it's a lot of money to go to one of these races. You can't leave from your house, go there, and have a DNF. Costs you a lot of money. That's just throwing the money out the window if you end up with a DNF. Buy the good stuff the first time, you're set. Go have some fun, beat the crap out of it, drive it like you stole it. That's what I do. Hey, if you enjoyed watching this video, it helps us a lot. so I can get my big fat checks worth this much, push this button down here, like us. It's important, it helps us keep going. What would really help us more, push this button over here, subscribe, you'll get more. Push this button up here, you'll see more content. We got lots of content, Yamahas, all kinds of car. Start clicking away, have a good time, stay with us, but this is most important. Push that button, then that one, then that one. Makes us happy anyways. Hey, thanks, Alan Knowles, out.